After sitting on a wooden stake for more than half an hour, Jin Feng had to face the harsh reality. He had traveled through time, from the modernized 21st century to a backward feudal society. Oh heavens! Are you targeting me? Jin Feng looked up at the sky and lamented with a bitter smile. In his previous life, Jin Feng, from a poor mountain village, had strived hard, made it to university, and eventually became a highly paid senior mechanical engineer. But unexpectedly, just a few days into his job, an accident due to fatigue from overworking transported him to the Kang Dynasty, into the body of a humble blacksmith, also named Jin Feng. Is every Jin Feng doomed to such a hard life? He mused. This new Jin Feng had a life even more difficult than his. Born amidst war and chaos, he lost his mother early and failed to succeed in academics despite many years of effort. Last year, the old blacksmith, his father, passed away, leaving Jin Feng with little to survive on. Starving and dizzy, he hit his head on a post. And that's how the Jin Feng of the 21st century ended up in the Kang Dynasty. Jin family brother. The county's bridal procession is nearly here. The village chief says you must hurry to the village entrance. A young boy about 12 or 13 shouted from the doorway, then ran off without waiting for a response. Bridal procession. Jin Feng recalled the related information. Due to continuous wars, male population in the Kang Dynasty dwindled. And to stimulate population growth, the government decreed that men and women had to marry by 18 and 17 respectively, or face a 30% increase in taxes. Many could not afford this extra tax. And Jin Feng, being a craftsman, was no exception. With a reputation for idleness in Shihiwan and no prospects of feeding a family, who would marry him? But in the Kang Dynasty, there was no lack of unmarried women. In late spring and autumn, the county would organize bridal processions, sending unmarried girls to various villages for men to choose from, regardless of the man's condition. Once a girl was chosen, she had to marry and bear children. Is this the legendary government-issued wife? Could it be that Secretary Kang has also traveled through time, bringing such good fortune? Jin Feng joked to himself, still unaccustomed to the idea of being thrust into marriage without even a bite to eat. He had no high hopes for the bridal procession. The girls were usually those who could and be married off in their own villages, so one could imagine the quality. But he had no choice. Men had the right to choose, but not the right to refuse. Today, satisfied or not, he had to pick a wife or be accused of tax evasion and sent to war until death. Hunger gnawing at him, Jin Feng made his way to the village entrance. There, on the north platform, stood 3 young men, one hunchbacked, one lame, and the third, though able-bodied, had a sleazy, untrustworthy appearance. They, like Jin Feng, were the types that villagers would rather send their daughters to try their luck at the bridal procession than marry off to. Look, Jin Feng is here. The 4 great kings are complete. A child shouted, jumping around. Don't talk nonsense. The child's mother quickly covered his mouth. The hunchback and lame man, the scoundrel who liked to harass young women, and Jin Feng, known for his conservatism and incompetence, were called the 4 great kings by the village children. Jin Feng usually detested this title, but today, he just smiled at the child and walked up to the platform. Brother Jin is here. The hunchback and lame man greeted with a smile. The scoundrel snorted disdainfully and strained his neck towards the village entrance. Brother Liu. Brother Zhang. Jin Feng greeted them in return. They're here. They're here. The scoundrel shouted loudly. At the village entrance, a procession holding a red sign approached slowly. Leading were 5 county yeomen runners and a matchmaker in an exaggerated red dress, followed by over 20 girls carrying bundles their dowries. The village chief went to meet the runners. and the matchmaker directed the girls to stand opposite Jin Feng and the others. This tradition had been in place for years, so the girls weren't shy but curiously looked around. They carried their dowries on their backs, and if chosen, would stay immediately. This village might be their future home, and these onlookers their future family. If only there was a row of lights, Jin Feng thought, reminiscent of a famous dating show. As expected, most of the girls bore the marks of hard labor, with weathered, darkened skin. But at the end of the line, one girl,